was thinking about purpose this last week. The definition of purpose is the reason we were made, the reason we were created, that thing we were meant to do, okay? So what is our purpose? What is our reason for being, for existing? We all at some point may ponder, whichever one comes first, this question. And some people may feel like they've found that answer. But are we really truly satisfied upon getting that answer? I can't get no satisfaction. That guy, yeah? Can we get that satisfaction in our purpose? Hiya. Singers feel their purpose is to pen the best song ever. Listen to all the charts at the moment. There's some cracking tunes out there that get stuck in your head. And the conductors, they want to create the most moving and most inspiring piece of music that could ever be written, that brings you to tears just listening to the strings playing or the trumpets blaring. It's amazing. Architects, they feel their purpose is to build the biggest, most amazing building in the world that everyone looks at and goes, wow. Yeah? Maybe a relief worker feels their purpose is to reach and help as many people as they can. Yeah? But these are all purposes that are solely connected with our jobs, with the things we do. There are many architects in this world. Ah, yeah. There are many architects in this world with the same purpose. There are many singers in this world, all with the same purpose. There are many conductors in this world, all with the same purpose. But again, it's based on their position, what they are doing. I'm being upstaged here. But there may be hundreds of architects, there may be hundreds of singers, songwriters, conductors, but there's only one of you. There's only one Anna. There's only one Chris. There's only one Sam. He may be a builder, and he may feel his purpose in building is to build houses, build walls, build barbecues. I'm an electrician. My purpose is to provide light, power. But that's just me, one in a million of other electricians. But again, I ask you, what is your purpose, you, individually? See, back in the day of Jesus, there were many carpenters. Yeah? Lots of them. It was a trade. Trades were quite apt back then. And they were all given the same kind of jobs. Let's build tables, let's build chairs, let's make cups. So they all had a similar purpose. But there was only one Jesus. What was his purpose? Yeah, he was a carpenter. Yeah? And Jesus said in John 18:37, for this purpose I have come. Yeah? To be king. That was his purpose. But there was more to it than that. Yeah? He wasn't just a carpenter. He was the Son of God. No one had ever come like him before. No one had ever seen a carpenter do amazing things. Carpentry is a talented trade. You see some of the things people make. Like this. Look at this. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah? But there's something more to what he did. See, Jesus' purpose was to not only come and be a carpenter. It was to come and walk this world, preaching his Father's good news. That all have sinned, fall short of the glory of God, from the biggest to the littlest sin. But he has taken into account all these things. And by that, God has sentenced us all. Right back in Genesis, when Adam fell, he sentenced us all to death. Yeah? So we were cut off. Not physically dead, because obviously Adam went on to live. Oh, thank you. Got a mascot. He wasn't physically killed. He was still living. He was alive. He was cut off from God, the Father. Control your child. So he was cut off, separated from the Father. But God never intended that. People will go out and say, well, where's God in the world with all this going on? But God already showed what he was doing when he sent his son Jesus. Hi, Dolly. Big round of applause for the little one. Cut off, set apart from the Father. But that's where Jesus come in. Because his purpose was not only to walk this world preaching the good news, but he was sent to bridge the gap between God and man. There's that famous picture on where you've got two mountains either side, yeah? And on one side of the mountain it says man. And on the other side of the mountain it says God. But there's a big massive gap in the middle, and if you were to try and go across it, you'd fall to your death, unfortunately. But that's where Jesus come in. That's where his cross come in. You see, his purpose was to come and bridge that gap between us and the Father. Now we have a way to the Creator of all. We are judged dead in sin, but Jesus took the judgment. He took the punishment that was upon us for our sin on the cross, his bloody sacrifice. Everything bridged the gap between us and the Father. You see, Jesus' purpose wasn't only just to walk the world, to preach good news, but to die in our place. But his purpose was you. You were his purpose. Little old me, Scott, one in billions of people on this planet, but his purpose was me. See, Jesus was purposing to go to the cross for you. You see, it was you he was thinking of when he took that pain and torment that led him to Jerusalem. It was your eternity. Now that's a big thing, eternity. A long time to get something wrong, to make the wrong decision. Eternity has no concept of time, it's just never ending. And that's the one place you don't want to get it wrong. But he was thinking of your eternity when he was in Gethsemane. It was you, in need, he was thinking about. When he went before the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the crowds of people that spat on him, beat him, mocked him. Bearing in mind the guy had done no wrong. Point out one thing he'd ever done wrong. I guarantee you won't find it. It was your unknown desire for him, for God, that took him down the Via Dolorosa. The Via Dolorosa is the path he walked with the cross on his back up to Calvary. Fancy name, but that's what it was. It was you and his thought of spending eternity in the wrong place that carried him up the hill of Calvary. That was his purpose. Thinking of you. It was you he was thinking of when he was on the cross and he pulled his arms apart and he'd driven them nails through his hands. That may sound graphic, that may sound horrible, but I guarantee it's a lot worse than what I'm saying and making it out to be. Because his purpose was to continue and keep going no matter what was thrown at him. When he cried, tears of blood in that song we sang earlier on, he cried them because he knew what was coming and how much it would take to free us. His purpose was set on you. See, it was for you that he suffered mocking, abuse, pain, torment, that he could save us. His purpose was you. His purpose was for you. The cross was for you. The cross was for me. That was the purpose. And he is still purposed waiting for you. Revelation says, behold, I knock at the door. There's a picture of it. Famous picture. Door handle on one side of that door. And that's because he ain't going to force his way in. He's a gentleman. He's loving, he's kind, he's caring. He's waiting for you to open the door. See, his purpose for you didn't stop at the cross. It didn't stop when he died and rose again. Eyewitness accounts to it. Too many for it to be coincidence. His purpose didn't stop then. His purpose definitely didn't stop when he ascended into heaven. Alive now to this very day, seated at the hand of the Father, interceding for those who call upon the name of the Lord. He is still purposed in waiting for you. So I ask you again. Eternity's a long time to get this wrong. Yeah? Do you want to be upstairs or downstairs? I want to be upstairs. So make sure you get it right. Because it's in Jesus you will find that true purpose. I asked you what your purpose was. And a lot of people will say it's down to their jobs, the things they do. But it's more than that. Why are you here on this planet? What's the reason you're here? Jesus defined his purpose by going to the cross, by dying and rising again. What's your purpose? Your purpose will always always, always be found in Jesus. He is the reason we have purpose. He created us. He was there at the beginning to commune with us. It was us. We mucked up. He didn't. So what's your purpose? Put your name in a box. My purpose is. And think about it. That's all I got for you. We're going to sing another song. If you don't know it, listen to the words. If you've never heard it before, take in what's been said. Okay? It's called Counting on Your Name.
You've called me